am Colonel Andy Backus, Commander of the Norfolk District, U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. You are about to meet several of my Norfolk District teammates. They are not actors, but actual employees who serve the Army, Department of Defense, and the public by executing the diverse set of missions assigned to us. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers covers the entire nation and several international areas with its organization of 9 divisions, which are further subdivided into 45 districts. The Norfolk District is the southernmost of the 6 districts in the North Atlantic Division. The North Atlantic Division territory extends up the eastern seaboard and includes Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, and New England districts, and also the Europe District. We in Norfolk District were proud to be recognized recently as both the best place to work in 2010 from among 400 businesses in Hampton Roads, and also one of the top 20 places to work in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Our broad array of missions range from supporting contingency operations to engineering water resource solutions to constructing facilities for our military and interagency customers. Welcome to the Norfolk District. Here are my Norfolk District teammates to tell you more.
Since its inception in 1775, when General George Washington appointed the first engineering officer, and then when it became a permanent branch of the U.S. Army in 1802, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers has supported the nation's river-based commerce, protected established population centers, provided disaster response, and constructed military facilities to serve our armed forces across the globe. Here in Virginia, the Norfolk District, which started as a field office in 1879 and graduated to a district in 1908, has been an intricate part of that local and global presence for more than 100 years.
Today, the Norfolk District serves one of the most strategic locations in the country and provides vital services in support of the region's economy. With a customer base ranging from the men and women serving in the armed forces to our local communities, the district provides sustainable solutions to the engineering and environmental needs of the nation, the Commonwealth of Virginia, and communities we call home.
Since the terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001, the call for personnel to deploy in support of our troops and assist in the rebuilding of the nations of Iraq and Afghanistan has been persistent. We've answered that call by deploying more than 70 employees with varying backgrounds and expertise who've managed the construction of critical projects such as sewage treatment plants, bridges, medical facilities, and schools for those war-torn nations.
Closer to home, that contingency mindset continues. Our personnel volunteer to help out their fellow citizens in emergency support and response functions during natural disasters. District employees have deployed to every major disaster for the past 3 decades, including 9/11, Hurricane Katrina, and the Northridge earthquakes in California. We are also responsible for maintaining 2 commodity teams which deploy to declared federal disaster areas and assist with the distribution of ice and water to people who have felt the wrath of Mother Nature's fury.
Our Civil Works mission provides water resources support to the Commonwealth of Virginia, her towns, counties, and cities, as well as non-governmental organizations with environmental restoration, flood risk management, and navigation products and services. These products and services consist of planning, design, construction, as well as operation and maintenance activities. The Norfolk District Civil Works boundaries cover over 21,000 square miles and include the Rappahannock, York, James, and the Chowan River basins, as well as the Virginia portion of the Chesapeake Bay coastal basin.
Our environmental restoration program seeks sustainability through balance and synergy among development activities and natural systems, by planning, designing, and constructing economic and environmental solutions that support and reinforce one another. We are recognized around the world for our watershed restoration efforts in the Elizabeth and Lynnhaven River ecosystems, which both combine effective stormwater management and ecosystem restoration.
One of our projects tied to the health of Chesapeake Bay is native oyster restoration. Our native oyster, Chrysostrea virginica, has been depleted by overfishing and disease, prompting the Norfolk District to join other agencies in restoring the bay's water filter to acceptable levels. With 2 of the most successful oyster restoration projects in the world, many agencies are looking to us for the expertise to incorporate the lessons learned and apply them to their own restoration efforts.
Additionally, we have completed the Chesapeake Bay-wide Environmental Impact Statement for Oyster Restoration Alternatives, which is widely recognized as the key document for public policy decision-making for the next 25 years. We've also provided considerable support to the implementation of President's Executive Order 13508, Protection and Restoration of the Chesapeake Bay, the nation's largest estuary and home to over 16 million people.
Our flood risk management program consists of floodplain management, emergency management, along with structural measures like the Buena Vista, Norfolk, and Richmond flood walls, as well as the Virginia Beach Sand Bridge and Hampton Hurricane and Storm Damage Reduction Project. Together, this mix of projects reduces the risk of floods, resulting in tens of millions of dollars in annual savings to the nation in the form of protection of life and property. As an example, Corps of Engineers flood risk management projects in the city of Virginia Beach provided for over $130 million in storm damage reduction benefits during Hurricane Isabel.
We also own and operate Gathright Dam. Located outside of Covington, Virginia, it is the district's only flood control project. This 250-foot high, 1,200-foot long dam impounds the waters of the Jackson River, creating Lake Muma, a 2,500-acre lake which sits in the heart of George Washington National Forest and is visited by boaters, campers, and fishermen from all over the United States. Not only does the dam protect against flood damages downstream, but it also provides water quality benefits in the Jackson River, making it one of the best fishing areas in the Commonwealth.
Charged with maintaining more than 70 federally authorized navigation projects through surveying and dredging, the district's navigation program consists of a network of shallow and deep draft rivers and harbors which support the nation's need to move goods and services over water and contribute to our national security.
Maintaining the Norfolk Harbor and channels to support the Hampton Roads maritime community is one of the most important parts of the Norfolk District's mission. For the past 400 years, the Port of Hampton Roads has steadily grown, and keeping up with that growth is an ongoing effort. According to the Virginia Port Authority, the port's cargo volume is expected to more than double before 2020. We have partnered with the maritime community and other interests to form the Hampton Roads Navigation Summit. Through this cooperative partnership, initiatives are underway to improve the channels at port facilities. This will allow the port to remain competitive and vital to the nation's economy.
Dredging the channels in Hampton Roads at a lower cost than many other ports on the East Coast is possible due to the strategic location of the Craney Island Dredge Material Management Area, a placement site for the material dredged from local channels. Its centralized location provides a low-cost, environmentally acceptable placement site for dredged material, making it a highly valuable and vital asset to the maritime community.
Also part of our operations and maintenance mission is keeping our channels clear from damaging debris. We have 2 vessels whose sole responsibility it is to patrol for and remove that debris, the Harold and Mobjack. We also have the Elizabeth, which is a World War II era seaplane tender that has been adapted with new technology in order to carry out a variety of maintenance missions.
The district also has a multitude of survey vessels equipped with side scan and multi-beam sonar equipment. These vessels take a continuous snapshot of the riverbed or seafloor with pinpoint accuracy to give surveyors a true understanding of depth, width, and whether or not there are obstructions in the waterway that could pose a hazard to the multi-billion-dollar shipping industry that calls on the ports of Hampton Roads.
We are responsible for 2 canals. The first is the oldest continually operating canal in the nation, the Dismal Swamp Canal. Originally surveyed by a young George Washington, the canal offers boaters who draft less than 6 feet a scenic, peaceful journey down the Atlantic Intercoastal Waterway as they travel to points north or south. The second, the Albemarle and Chesapeake Canal, is deeper and wider than its sister canal. The A&C Canal is able to handle deeper vessels as well as barges that carry commercial and military goods up and down the Atlantic Intercoastal Waterway.
One of our missions is to maintain a balance between economic development and protecting the environment. The environmental scientists with our regulatory branch work with wetland and stream issues. Each year, our team of dedicated scientists evaluates more than 2,500 permit applications and annually performs another 4,000 plus pre-application site visits and jurisdictional determinations. Our environmental scientists work with individuals in the community as well as businesses to educate them on the importance of the nation's waters, including wetlands, and assist them in reducing the impacts from proposed development.
The district supports Army and Air Force installations in the Commonwealth of Virginia. We are consistently ranked as one of the best districts in the Corps of Engineers for customer satisfaction and support. Our installation customers, Langley Air Force Base, Fort Eustis, Fort Lee, the Defense Supply Center Richmond, Fort A.P. Hill, Fort Pickett, Radford Ammunition Plant, and the National Ground Intelligence Center in Charlottesville, Virginia, all enjoy a close and professional working relationship with us. These relationships result in quality construction projects focused on our customers' needs.
Our engineers, architects, quality assurance personnel, and project managers have overseen the construction of everything from sewers, roads and bridges, runways and hangars, barracks, dining facilities, child development centers, fire stations, hospitals, state-of-the-art learning centers, and intelligence facilities. You name it, the district has probably overseen the design and construction of it. There's no job too big or too complicated for the Norfolk District to tackle.
Because of the project management expertise of our staff, the nation's servicemen and women are able to learn at a state-of-the-art university at Fort Lee, Virginia. Built between 2006 and 2009, the $136 million Army Logistics University provides 200 multi-use, reconfigurable classrooms which facilitate web-based teleconferencing, enabling students to communicate with their counterparts forward deployed throughout the world. The university houses a two-story, 18,000 square foot research library, as well as a state-of-the-art simulation and training center located on campus. The training center hosts a state-of-the-art model command post and a worldwide communications network capable of distributing exercises and events worldwide.
Through Regional Business Center partnering, the Norfolk District is responsible for building a nearly $1 billion hospital that will provide world-class health care to our nation's heroes and their families. The Fort Belvoir Community Hospital is the first military hospital complex to be completely designed using evidence-based design, which is a relatively new field of study that examines how physical environment can influence well-being, promote recovery, and relieve patient pain and stress. Through this process, the nation's wounded warriors and their families will recover in a state-of-the-art facility that rivals some of the best medical facilities in the world. The hospital also serves as a research platform for further evidence-based design studies so that future hospital designs can incorporate the new lessons learned here at the Fort Belvoir Community Hospital.
The Army's Training and Doctrine Command, located at Fort Eustis, is in a brand new state-of-the-art headquarters building. This new 5-story, 267,000 square foot building was the largest construction project ever on Fort Eustis. Prior to this new building, the 4-star command was spread out over 20 World War II and earlier era buildings at historic Fort Monroe. The new TRADOC headquarters building features computerized climate control, motion sensor lighting, and many other green features, giving it a LEED Silver rating by the National Green Building Council.
We are the Army's Continental United States Center of Standardization for 7 military design and construction programs. Center of Standardization work stretches across the United States from Fort Huachuca, Arizona to Fort Drum, New York, as well as overseas in Korea and Germany. This program is a cost management program that is centered around the use of standard designs and specific style of facilities. Cost savings are realized because new designs are not being implemented every time a new facility is built. The existing designs are modified for newer facilities to capitalize on lessons learned from their predecessors.
And finally, did you know we even have our own real estate office? Our real estate office manages timber harvesting at military posts from Maine to Virginia. They also handle the lease agreements for military recruiting around the Commonwealth and assist in acquiring rental properties for those military recruiters while they are assigned to those recruiting stations. Our real estate team also manages out grants for civil works projects and military installations and is the Army's real estate program manager for the multi-billion-dollar Residential Communities Initiative Program, or RCI, and the Privatization of Army Lodging Program, or PAL. The Norfolk District Real Estate Office is the only core office providing real estate support to these 2 nationwide programs.
RCI is the Army's version of on-post family housing privatization, a program that has revolutionized the quality of life for soldiers and their families. Under RCI, the Army is transferring the construction, ownership, and management of on-post family housing to private companies using a 50-year ground lease overseen by the Norfolk District Real Estate Office. If you compare the facilities that were used for family housing as recently as 5 years ago to those that are being used today, you will find a huge difference. RCI has greatly improved military families' quality of life.
What RCI has done for Army lodging, PAL is trying to duplicate for Army temporary lodging. Through privatization of these facilities, visitors will notice an improved quality of lodging as well as additional amenities to the soldier and their family on Army installations not offered in the older business model.
As you can see, we are involved in a lot of areas throughout our great nation, from overseas deployments and emergency response, operating and maintaining our nation's waterways, restoring native species and protecting the environment, to overseeing the design and construction of state-of-the-art buildings for our national defense. Supporting all of these missions are the 400-plus professionals that make up the Norfolk District U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
Sherry Jeffries, Executive Office Secretary.
Kimberly Robinson, HR Assistant.
Keith Goodwin, Environmental Scientist.
Kelly Fairbanks, Realty Specialist.
Scott Furman, Engineer.
Lindsay Robson, Program Analyst.
Patrick Bloodgood, Public Affairs Specialist.
Adji George, Realty Specialist.
Nora Batten, Executive Office Program Support.
Captain Thane Startsell, I'm a Project Manager at Fort Lee.
Karen Holden, Mechanical Engineer.
Fayette Alston, Realty Specialist.
Nandi Perillo, Civil Engineer.
Brooke Taylor, Logistics Management Specialist. Denise Carrier-Tall, Management Analyst.
Jodelle Ferguson, Contract Specialist.
Steve Baum, Naval Architect Technician.
Keith Lockwood, Chief of our Technical Support Section.
Nikki Ainge, Regulator.
Michael Adamachuk, Architect.
I am
the Norfolk District.
I am the Norfolk District.
I am the Norfolk District.
I am the Norfolk District.